everyone, this is Locknight, and welcome back to another video on the Great Build YouTube channel. And this is a part 2 to talking about what I did to the LEGO City to upgrade the fire station that I placed in the last video. So if you haven't seen that one, I would recommend you go and see that one first. It should be the video that shows up in the end card at the end of the video, so you can skip ahead to that and then come back and watch this when you're done watching that video. Now, I did a lot of things to make this fire station fit, because if you look at what I did to the modified fire station set, it's humongous, and I really needed to make more space for it because there wasn't space previously in the city for it. So here's what I did to be able to make room for it. First off, I condensed the town square a little bit to make it a little bit more compact. It still has everything that it did previously, and I think it looks pretty good still. Additionally, the coffee shop moved over, and the coffee shop also now has a back door, and the dumpster is now on the back of the building, not the side. Now, I also completely overhauled the train station as well. You can see that the old school micro-scale LEGO Creator train that I had is now on top of the train station, almost as if it's on display there. You can imagine a crane put it up there or something, but I figured it would be better to have it in more of a display position instead of just hidden off somewhere. So that's where it is now. But you can see I also expanded the platform and made it go right next to the coffee shop, and the seating for the coffee shop is now over here on the platform. You can also see that the train station itself has been moved closer to the switch track, and that makes it so that there's less space for people, but more space for other buildings. The train station has remained pretty much unchanged, aside from the little ticket counter over here that just got changed and moved over to this section here. You can still fit both trains in this area, and they still fit just fine. They can pass by each other without having to collide, so everything works just as it should. Additionally, there is a little bit of space here, and I have plans to possibly put a future building over here as well, because I decided with this newer layout of the city to add many more buildings to come in the future. So, moving on here, this is what I did for the fire station in this little corner here. I decided I'm going to make this into a parking area. This can fit 2 vehicles at once, so I have the fire chief's car there, and I guess you could put the utility truck that's currently in the garage as well over there. So let's get that out. And if we put that right over here, you can see that this truck fits perfectly in here as well. It does kind of block the sidewalk, and that's okay for the sake of this, because the reality is you probably aren't going to be crossing the sidewalk as often here because it's in front of the emergency fire station area, but this adds more space to park vehicles, and then this leaves the garage open for a truck that I will mention at the end of the video. So now let's take a look at this road over here. This is probably the most interesting thing that I've done for the road so far in the LEGO City, and this is a road that goes on a diagonal for a bit. Now, I had to use a lot of slope pieces, and since my sidewalk is one plate higher than the road, the slopes can overlap over the dark bluish-gray tiles used on the road. So that's how I did this little sloped area that kind of slants the road and makes it go in a different direction. It's nice not to have a grid-based road system, but I would like to keep the rest of the city mostly grid-based, and this allows for the fire station to get some more space as well. Now moving over here, we have the yellow speed bumps in the road plates here because you would want to be out of the way if the fire truck is leaving the fire station. And of course, across the way from there is a little area to park the trailer that has the fireboat on it. I figured it would be better to have that on the side of the road that's near the water, but there is stuff over here that's just like filler stuff, but I did move the music shop over here with the band and the speakers and the lights facing the beach for a beach party, which is kind of cool. Now, additionally, I would like to mention that there is room for another building over here. I would just have to move the vending machine and the little dumpster from the fire station set as well, just to get that out of the way. But that's pretty much what I had to do for the entire set of this video here, is I just moved some stuff around. And of course, there's plenty more things that are going to be changed in the LEGO City to come, because I now have some more road plates to work with and some more ideas on what I should do to expand the roads of the LEGO City. Also, you may notice that I made sure the tracks and the road work perfectly over here. They're pretty much on the same level, but there's a reason I left it over and open here. If I ever do run out of space in this city, and I really want to expand it somewhere, I can actually expand off of this edge of the table here. Now, of course, I'd have to rearrange furniture and get a new bed for that to work, and I do have plans to change the bed that I currently have in this room, so that could be something that happens down the line. But, of course, we do have a Christmas decoration that I hope you didn't forget I was going to show you in this episode, and that's these. Here we have 3 stars on top of this building that are just snowflake pieces, and I'm kind of thinking that these are supposed to resemble like LED snowflakes that are on top of the building here, and I feel like they fit in with this section of the city without having to be something that's made of greenery or just standard like light setups. So it's another thing that changes the city bit by bit to make it feel more like the holiday season. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this video. This has been a pretty wild one, talking about a whole bunch of changes that I did when I was making room for the fire station. But in the next video, I've overhauled something else. And if you remember, I mentioned that there was going to be room for another fire engine in the firehouse. And that's because I have currently upgraded the Lego City fire truck that I got from when I was very young. And I decided to give it an upgrade to make it look even cooler for Lego City. So stay tuned for that video coming out in a few days, and I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.